progress that you mentioned's gone. It de-evolved to something you were headed toward. All I want is just pretty little homes. Our work makes pretty little homes. Like a cat's shadow, like a father's dream. Ever cut outside? What's the worst disease? You get that pretty little home. As I lay to die, the things I think, I don't wanna regret what I did and worked for life. All I want is just pretty little homes. Our work makes pretty little homes. Agenda suicide. Trolls work hard before they die and give up on pretty little homes.
I would definitely have to say that growing up, one of my all-time favorites was Jeremy Klein. Stuff he was doing before anyone else, crazy high sketchy ollies, jumping onto all these bars. And to me, just as a little kid, I was just really interested in it. I remember actually Beryl, the bank in Redondo Beach. It's a hip, but it's the wrong way. So he goes up it the hard way, and like frontside flipped over it. He was just so original, just like always causing hijinks, always off doing his own thing, and his video parts were really like everything he was just interested in was in it, and it was just fun to watch. You guys just don't even know, so just check out some of the tricks he did, and that's my pro's choice right now to pay attention to, Jeremy Klein. Good job, Jeremy.
You know, like Terry, he got a lot of heart. It's like, yo, like he's not from peaches and cream, like, you know, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be a pro skater. It just happened. It's not just like yeah, cool, I'm a little rich kid, I'm skating, I'm gonna be sponsored, I'm gonna be in videos, you know, it's like his background is what makes him half of who he is.
I mean, him and his little monsters and shit running around doing all these tricks. The new breed of the new era that's about to come up right now.
I don't know if I saw him the very first day he was ever on a skateboard, but his very first skateboarding took place at Cherry Park. When I did my best of profile, I wanted it to sort of take off from Cherry Park, just because this is where I was spending a lot of time. And Terry was one of the main people at Cherry Park at the time, just coming up. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably the very first coverage he ever had. I think it was a varial flip off the stage. It was beautifully executed. I think you'll really enjoy it.
You know, we heard about him like because of Evan, Ian, Knox, and everybody from Cherry Park, you know, skated with him a lot. And then when it was coming time to edit the video, you know, I was editing Heath's part, and then it was like, yo, I'm just gonna like throw Terry's footage like in Heath's part, mix it up, you know, just for hype. He's gonna put the kid on the map. Like the one line, the first line in his part is probably like the first thing he's ever filmed in his life. And it's just like now he's on like a star level, you know, with like Baker Am articles and like with like getting the magazines and the videos and all that stuff. And it's like, you know, he's been sponsored for like basically less than a year, and they went on a tour across the United States with Baker. You know, it's a huge tour, like like massive amounts of kids at all the demos, you know, and just like Terry, like they're as popular as some pros, I think. I got a kid that's learning how to skate. At the same time, he's already a skate star.
Hey, little soldier, you ain't ready for war. ROC too strong for y'all. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, pin to a test, chest in the line of fire with your thin best. You bringing them boys to men, them boys pro win. This is grown man B.I. Get you rolled in the triage. Till you're done, cause I overdo it, so you won't confuse it with just rap music. ROC, we running this rap. M-Easy, we running this rap. The Broad Street Bully, we running this rap. Get zipped up in plastic when it happens that. A wise man told me don't argue with fools, cause people from a distance can't tell who is who. So stop with that child, I'm grown. Please leave it alone, don't throw rocks at the throne. Do not bark up that tree will fall on you. I don't know why your advisors ain't forewarned you. You are not deep, you made your bed, now sleep. Don't make me expose you to them folks that don't know you. Know you well, all the stolen jewels. Twinkle toes, you breaking my heart.
This car that we're driving in right now is a 98 M3. It's one of the cars I've always wanted growing up. When I saw this interior, I just had to get it. There's only so many of them made. I don't know the exact number, but I've seen 2 of them since I've lived down in California. I got Bill Stein coilovers, air filter, short shift kit, and Scorpion exhaust. And then I just got the stereo and everything put in it. Some little TV screen right here. Got the little PlayStation 2 right there. Free R8s. They just use the trunk as a box. Once the trunk seals, then you get a little bit of thump. The car gets up to 135 like that, like easy. The only thing that I'm gonna get rid of this for is for a Ferrari. So if anyone has one out there, hook me up. Actually, I don't know if I want to get in there. The Volvo is my family car. This was mainly built around my kids in mind. Besides the 18-inch rims and the blacked out grille, it's all pretty factory except for the stereo. I got some Alpine TV screens in the headrest, PlayStation 2 in the glove box, and also a a screen up front for Jen. Watching the TV screen while driving, it's super dangerous. I wouldn't advise it. But you guys won't put that in there, right?
My name's Louis Barletta. It's my ride. What it is it's a 1979 125 Piaggio Vespa. I usually ride it a couple times a week. Usually when I'm going out skating by myself, strap my board on it and take it to a spot. Had it for about, I got it tomorrow. That's when I bought it. I gotta give it back though yesterday. Try to run over some neighborhood kids. I'm gonna do a wheelie. I work on it myself. I've tightened this bolt right here, and I adjusted my mirror like that. It's scary going on the freeway because of all the big trucks. That's why I wear these elbow pads. One word, rims. 2 words, hubcaps. I got hubcaps. All right, this is the magic button. It's the hyperspace button. See that thing? I don't know what it does. It's just there. It makes that noise though. I'll figure it out someday. It's not like a car. It's not like an airplane. It's not like a tank. It's not like a telephone pole. It's like there, man.
I'm Ryan G. This is my 2000 X5 4.4 liter. I've done some modifications to the engine. A Dynan performance chip upgrade, and then I have a transmission upgrade in it. Put on a AC Snitzer exhaust, so it creates more airflow. So that's just like a lot better for the engine, the truck, speed, horsepower. I think my truck goes up to 160 now since they took off the governor when I got the modifications done. Shit's fast. Josh is washing his car.
I'm Josh Kalis. What we have here is my M5, made by BMW. I picked the M5 because it's pretty much the baddest sedan on the planet. It's got a 5-liter V8. 400 horsepower. The interior comes fully equipped with navigation. And there you go, street to street. The little blue dot is us. Pull down the back seat, it's got a couple of JL12s in the back. It gives it a nice little bump. Top speed on this car is probably 189, I think. I haven't gotten it up that far. I did get a reckless driving ticket the other day.
Alright, this is my new car. Seriously, I had to sell both of the Audis because the movie that I'm working on just drained my bank account. So I've been driving this around. Check out the stereo. It's fat. It's surround sound. It's a tape deck though. It's not a CD player, but you should get it though. One more try. We're gonna have to jump it. It sucks when I'm like in a hurry and like I have to do this. You know? Whenever it's like pretty cold out, you have to jump it like cold mornings or like at night.
It wants to go.
The door doesn't even open anymore. So if like you wanted to go hop a ride with me, you'd have to like just jump in. When we used to have a window that rolled up, we'd usually lock the keys in the car and we'd have to like try it again. Let me get a sledge. It was such a pain in the ass when we had a window because, you know, we'd lock the keys in the car all the time and then we just have to like break the window. It works out. I mean, when it rains, it sucks, but get over it. This whole time, we thought it was the battery, but all it really needed was gas. This is it. Start up! Whoa, right here! What? Come on, it's got it! This all was gas. You hit the radiator with something, didn't you? The hole in the radiator! It's on fire! You die for this shit.
Around the world, sitting in studios with your boys, hyping your shit up. Motherfuckers don't want to tell you that shit is whack because they all yes men. Sitting around carrying your roadie cases, being your fucking cheerleaders. I'ma tell you straight, look at the fucking mirror, you whack. Shit don't sound right, the mix down ain't right. Your vocals are too low, the fucking cadence is off. Stage show's weak. You.
Check me and Kenny out, the New Deal team, 2001, fanny packs.
We get on the plane, we're having a great time, you know, we're going to Australia, flying Qantas Airlines, everything's great. And we land in Melbourne. Not knowing whatsoever that we have a demo today. So right at this point, I'm really trying to pretend I really don't give a f at this point. So what I do is I gather up all my stickers and I light up a smoke and ride around the park and throw stickers at the kids, thinking, oh, Jason Dill's a good guy, threw stickers at us. Little they know, that same Jason Dill, good guy, could not land a single trick. 14 hours on a long flight. See that? And then Carrie's just ripping. Danny's just ripping. Justin Strubing flying around. If Justin Strubing, I didn't see him skate. You know why? Because he was in the air the whole time. And then you got this guy, what's his name again? Oh yeah, Matt Mumford, the guy who landed every flipping trick he did first try.
Kids just love Dill. I don't know, it's just that whole, he's such a personality, you know what I mean? The kids react to him really well. He's
Okay, wicked, John, man. Look at this move. Wicked, this bloke was wicked. Flip it out, mate. Come at any time. They're playing love songs on the radio tonight. I can't relate to that right now. Note to self, no one cares. Your voice is average. In worried piles, I type for miles. You just stood there.
Basically, we're just skating that ledge, and whatever. I was skating it before John and did my thing, and then John came in and started nose sliding. No worries, had the trick. He was getting through that kink, and then one was just bad. Like he landed on his rail, and then boom, he fell straight on his face.
I need a word to change my life.
Yeah, I had like chunks of teeth in my mouth. Like I thought it was a lot worse before I saw it when it just happened. Glad I didn't get into the nose slide properly and caught my foot on the kink and on my face.
I wander the fields and listen for the sound of drums. The colder the ground becomes, the closer I get to home. The planet's not fit to roam, what with all the chaos. But when I saw the savages, I played the law of averages. And when the river splits in half, I start to lose my wits and laugh and cry at the same time. There's nothing I can do about it. Even though I wouldn't doubt it if the winds began to blow and carried the sounds of my voice to the land below. So I put my hands around my mouth and holler to the sunken city that wallows in the filth of its own drunken pity. And wait to see a signal, but a signal's never seen. Eventually fatigue builds inside me exponentially, and so I sleep and dream that I am able to fly. Respect a man with wings. Later I awake in agony and learn that while I was sleeping, the city had burned. Shrugging my shoulders, I pause and gather thought, think twice about staying put, and then decide I'd rather not. So I press on my agnostic pilgrimage, knowing that I can swim deeper than the Grim Reaper, ready for whatever sea creatures may abound when the water swallows me and not the other way around. Survival saw me through the mechanical district. Starvation leads to being cannibalistic. I've had to rely at times in silence and on talking quick, defending myself with nothing but my walking stick. I've never had friends and no parental guidance. I'm wild at heart and weird on top. I'm feared non-stop. Even though my rage is worn out, my life's a book with several pages torn out. I just climb trees and look for rhythm everywhere. I used to be the town crier in a city of stone throwers until my soul was laid process. I was gagged and bound over noise complaints, but commanding the resolve that destroys constraints, I found my escape in a melding of memories. The next thing I know, I'm rowing this boat and blowing this note on an old tarnished trumpet. Ever since then I've been wandering lots, watching the sky and pondering thoughts. Strange angel, music box genie, behind for some time now I'm blind in one eye, and how this happened exactly will never be known.
Was this gold rail. It was just cool because it was something that shouldn't have been skatable, but it was.
I definitely know that everybody had a good time, and I think just everybody complements each other, and you know what I mean. It all blended together really well, so it was good.
The idea behind the whole thing was the Death Lens came out, and we wanted to do something to poke fun at that, and then we got the idea, let's do an entire big VX1000. That mirror could be the Death Lens. So I told Louis, I'm like, we got this idea. And so Louis got on it, and it looked exactly like a real camera, but just, you know, bigger. I mean, the lens itself is probably like, I don't know, 20 pounds. It's pretty heavy. Louis is strong, so got him to hold it. One trick, tickle tail slide, big camera, you know. So, I don't know, kind of funny, maybe. I liked it, that's all that mattered.
Alright, now this is my car that I've been working on for a good probably 3 months now, so come check it out. So this is the Audi S4, it's the year 2001. First couple of things I got for it was I got this mesh grill right here, which replaces the whole grill, and I got a whole new front bumper. Got these little vents on the side, give it a little bit of a race look. Just got these rims put on 19s. Got an exhaust for it from the cat back, a little bit more horsepower. I didn't really go too crazy in the engine. I just put a chip in the computer, and I got an intake which allows a little bit more airflow to the engine, turbos and stuff. Not many people know what the car is. Come up to me and ask me what kind of car it is. For the inside, I got aluminum trim all around the dash and stuff like that. And one thing I was really psyched on, I got this little TV right here. It's sweet to have. And then DVD, CD on one slot. And that's that. That's my car.
Hi, my name's Jim Gagney. I drive a 89 IROC Z28. You gotta be a real jerk to own one of these. It's a 305 small block, 2-port injected, Flowmaster exhaust system. Tires are 245s. It's got a lot of extras. Momo wheel, D&M mega shifter. Found some Cobra air valve covers. The Cobra license plate frame. In Massachusetts, chicks dig these cars. Out here in California, I think they're kind of scared of it, especially in Huntington. If you roll through the trailer park though,
This is a 1965 Plymouth Valiant. This is pretty much how I got it. It's in perfect condition. It's always a pleasure to get in a little car and just cruise it around. Cruising to oldies. Strictly oldies. Single speaker AM FM / clock radio. But it's pretty sweet. It's theft proof. A little bit of country, a little bit of punk, and a whole lot of rock and roll.
That's a Ford 250. I built the whole thing. Sold the old bed, bought the service bed, and mounted all this all myself. I made the air tank back there, and I made this bumper, and that holds air too. I want to use my air tools, one of them, so now I got air. So I put the air into that thing, and then I could shoot grease, and I could grease my other truck. Peterbilt, 1980, just a 10-wheeler. It's been going on for a long time, probably about 10 years, because I figure a lot of the guys just sit home all day until 12 o'clock, when instead of sitting at home waking up at 12, I might as well go out and try to make a little extra. Here I am driving this thing. It's fun. The company that I work for, they put in a pipe in the ground, and we got to pave around the valves and all the manholes. And now I'm just hauling the leftover broken asphalt out to the quarry here, cleaning up the job. Hey, Uncle. Yeah. What are you doing there? Down behind the mirror and go home. Yeah, I'm all done here. I'm headed for the barn myself.
We all sort of did a kind of a dumb thing. We got out of the tour van and decided to just kind of make our own way through the African land. And I've lost Keenan and Keith.
street skateboarding exists as it does now because of Rodney Mullen.
Rodney Mullen invented all of the modern street skating tricks. I mean, he's the godfather of all that's current.
So we'd watch him and just be like, he's doing stuff that no one has even thought of or could do if they put their mind to it.
Rodney Mullen did more for the actual act of skateboarding probably than anyone in the history of the sport.
By constantly pushing the realm of what is possible, Rodney Mullen has permanently changed the sport of skateboarding. His legacy began in Gainesville, Florida in 1977.
My dad, he was a dentist, and he would always say, look, man, I just treated a guy last week who had head trauma from going down this hill. There's no way in the world you're going to skateboard. Just do something valid like golf or tennis or baseball. One night, I came down crying, and could I please, just one last chance, So he goes, okay, but only if you wear full pads, and the first time you get hurt, you have to stop. So New Year's Day, surf shop was open, and I went there and got my first board. My sister was a surfer, and so she hung out with the whole surf crowd that would surf on the weekends. And then during the week, they would do a lot of slalom and set up these ramps. So I would watch those guys and just think, wow, they're cool, this is independent, there's no coach, there's no nothing. So I picked up really, really quick, but of course I'm compulsive, so that's all I can think about. I just focus, and you get good really fast.
After just 1 year of skateboarding, Rodney was sponsored by a nearby shop.
Rodney rides for Inland Surf Shop out of Gainesville.
He did well in local contests, but was often uneasy around crowds of people.
It's hard to emphasize this enough that I was not used to people. Probably spoke most of the dog.
Here you are on camera right here.
Yeah.
I didn't get to catch your freestyle. What place did you get?
I was tied for third with that little GNS guy.
All right.
Skateboarding is something that is so it talks to me. It's an interaction with something almost, alive. It's because it changes according to you, and that's it. It's my friend. Yeah.
At age 11, Rodney's family moved to a farm outside of Gainesville, Florida. With the closest neighbor 2 miles away, Rodney lived in near isolation, but this only served to encourage his obsession. The rural environment began to shape Rodney's skating into a more specialized form, using only flat ground. This later became known as freestyle.
It's just the cows in the three-car garage. If that's your only world, it's okay, what can I do with this? So freestyle kind of came from that, but freestyle wasn't really defined at that time.
We weren't just freestylers, we were just skateboarders. But we'd enter flatland contests, and that was called freestyle. We also might enter high jump. We might do slalom. We might do downhill. We might do bull riding too, all in the same day, and we'd enter every event.
As they structured it, it got more and more toward just little tricks, and then the guys who skated pools moved into vert, and the guys who organized the routines moved more into freestyle, and that's when it became delineated.
As he concentrated more and more on freestyle, Rodney progressed faster than ever. Soon, many established pros began taking notice of him.
It was obvious that he had spent a lot of time in his garage, I would guess, or somewhere just practicing many, many hours each day, you could tell.
Probably the most crucial time, maybe in my life, was July in 79 to that August in 80. I think it was probably the most creative time for me where I came up with most stuff, like helipops and Caspers and all these things, they all happened in that year.
By the time he entered his first pro contest in 1980, his very technical brand of skating had already left most of the dance and gymnastic-oriented freestylers far behind.
So I go out there and I'm looking at everyone because I hadn't seen anyone and they didn't seem very good. And then I look at Steve and yeah, he's gnarly. So it was between us. I think I won because I got little kid points.
His upset victory at the Oasis contest over legendary pro Steve Rocco was more proof to the skateboarding world that Rodney was a force to be reckoned with.
The precision and consistency he did things is just unparalleled. It's hard to get mad at something like that. he was going to take it to a level that, you know, I couldn't take it to. Skating was just his life. It's all he wanted to do.
But just as it was taking off, Rodney's career almost ended because of an odd promise he'd made with his father. In order to be allowed to skate in the Oasis contest, he would have to give up skateboarding when he returned home.
And what had happened, I had won, and then I came home and I was packing away all my stuff to treasure for the rest of my life, thinking that was it. And then the magazines called and the companies are calling, and then my dad was like, well, look, I guess they're putting money into you, and so I have no choice, but just know that this is very temporary. And that has echoed in my ears more than anything, that this is very temporary. Take it as your last chance.
Rodney's sort of like a mule. The harder you pull him, the more he digs his heels in. And his dad was always trying to pull him away from skateboarding, which means Rodney clung to it even more.
After gaining recognition for his victory at the Oasis contest, Rodney turned pro for Paul Peralta. He was made famous by Paul's breakthrough videos, but still spent much of his time in obscurity, skating alone in his family's garage.
All he wanted to do was figure out how to do new things with the skateboard and new tricks, and he didn't care if anyone else was doing it, if anyone else thought it was cool. He just wanted to see what was possible.
Although too technical for most, Rodney's innovations began to influence pros who were also pushing the limits of skateboarding.
I learned finger flip layers on vert because I was inspired by Rodney doing it. And I wanted to take some of these things that he was doing and try to learn them in the air, you know, in the pools. That was the first one I did that was directly linked to freestyle.
One of Rodney's simpler innovations that completely revolutionized skateboarding was the flat ground ollie.
Even on vert, when ollies were first invented, Alan Gelfand didn't really hit his tail, he just kind of scooped it. And so when we would try to mimic that on the street, we would just do it without hitting our tail and barely get anywhere, and Rodney figured out how to snap it and pop it up. And I'm sure that he was the first one who ever did a flat ollie that was over like 6 inches.
If that's all he ever did, he would still have to be at, you know, the top of the list as far as who's important in skateboarding. But his list of tricks doesn't stop there, you know? 360 flip, kick flip, heel flip, it's all Rodney Mullen tricks.
It's crazy because I never knew. I thought Jason Lee invented the 360 flip, but I didn't know to watch a video 10 years before that and see the first one. I've come to learn it, you know, a couple of years ago that Rodney Mullen invented every trick that I know how to do. He was just pushing himself physically and mentally and opening new doors.
From the very beginning of his career, Rodney's progression began to put him in a class of his own.
He just started overtaking everyone at such a high speed, no one could ever catch him.
He was the first skater that I'd ever come across that was committed to his craft, dedicated to it, believed in practicing, believed in going out and getting better.
The thing that's amazing is just the fact that he wouldn't be just holding back and doing just basic tricks to win the contest. He'd be doing stuff that no one had ever seen before and doing it consistently.
By the late 80s, Rodney had gained popularity with a more mainstream audience. He was the star of parades, international tours, and even appearances on television.
Remember in '86 was when it was really dawning on me that skateboarding was big. And then I go on tour, and everyone, there's so many people. And I'm just like this pet on parade. That was the weirdest thing about skateboarding, not so much being a star, but just being surrounded by so many people that were looking at you.
Tonight, he's here on our stage to demonstrate some of his truly incredible skateboarding skills.
So please welcome skateboarder extraordinaire, Rodney Mullen.
Despite all of his success, Rodney's father still insisted that skateboarding was not a legitimate career. Since Rodney himself wanted to pursue a future in science, he began to contemplate an early retirement at age 18.
By then I was in college and I was doing so much for Swatch watches and they were flying me all over the world. That's how I was getting most of the money that I had. No one bought freestyle boards. And I remember thinking, wow, this is it. Grow up. And Steve calls me. He was like, Rodney, look, this is it. I started this business.
Steve Rocco was just starting World Industries and had persuaded Rodney not only to stay in skateboarding, but also to invest in his new company.
To me, a business partner was anybody that, you know, just had excess cash, gullibility, and absenteeism. Rodney had all of those, and he bought out John Lucero for $6,000 and became a partner.
Since Paul Peralta didn't like having their riders invest in other skate companies, Rodney was forced to quit and ride for World Industries. By this time, freestyle was losing popularity. Consequently, Rodney's new teammates tried to make him adapt his skills to street skating.
No, I never really liked freestyle. But the shit Rodney was doing, it was like kind of beyond freestyle. A lot of it, you could like use it on the street and stuff. He was doing like a lot of ollie stuff and 360 flips and stuff like that.
No, shit, don't do it. Here.
Freestyle just looks like it's like a ballerina type thing, you know, like it seems like it's more the feminine style of skating. So I think that's why it died.
Entitles the bear to focus on these boys. It's just so weird. It's so big. I feel kind of manly though. I mean.
Though freestyle had gone out of fashion, Rodney wasn't ready to give up.
What are you asking me? You're asking me to give up everything that I've done and do this. I'm not selling out. So here I am with the ultra refined ballerina stuff, and that was fine. And so I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it until there was no more. And then I'm left alone. I figured that was it for me in my public life and skating.
By 1990, Rodney's board was discontinued as freestyle died completely. His responsibilities as a company owner forced him to drop out of college. Although he still skated by himself after work, his career had taken an unexpected turn.
I went through this horrible period of being a company guy, which I never wanted to be, and being like a team manager guy, which I never wanted to be.
After I got on, when I first went to the factory, he's like, you know, the one who's walking around the warehouse and getting my boards and stuff. I'm tripping out like, man, this guy's a team manager? Like, this is Rodney Mullen.
Rodney's formal upbringing had done little to prepare him for managing a team of unpredictable kids.
We're just trying to survive day to day, and things keep happening, and it is Pandora's box. When you start asking these pros to be themselves and let it out, you know, you're gonna get it.
We were hell. All of us, all those kids that World Industries and blind, and we put Rodney like through it, seriously. I've never seen anybody look, you know, more stressed out than that. Like, just totally turn pale. Like, look like he wants to faint. You know, and he's got to take care of these little monster kids, and he did a good job, you know. Nobody died. And
cut off from his dreams of skateboarding in school, Rodney was surrounded by people whom he couldn't relate with.
Rodney's just an outsider in life. I mean, there's not too many people that can relate to him or that he can even relate with. You tend to be an outcast when you can't find any peers.
Just as Rodney was feeling he no longer had a place in skateboarding, a new company was formed called Plan B. Headed by Mike Ternaski, Plan B wanted to add Rodney's talent and ability to their already incredible team. Once again, an effort was made to get Rodney to street skate.
We've been trying to get Rodney to do stuff in the street. I tried, Stacy tried, and we failed. And Mike T came along and goes, man, I can do it. And I just was like looking at him, yeah, right. You know, you're never going to get him to do that kind of stuff.
I know Mike had a lot to do with pushing Rodney in a direction to want to progress. And it's like, Mike, if he was like going to say, hey, Rodney, do this, he knew that inside of you wanted to do it. So what happened with Mike and Rodney was that he saw something in Rodney, and he made a couple comments, and then I think he saw like, holy shit, he could really do this if he committed to it.
So making the transition, some of the hardest things to do was my eyes. Where to hold my eyes. Freestyle, you look down. You're never skating at anything. It took months to overcome stuff like that. Yeah, but then a lot of the body motions and stuff, you know so well from freestyle that I think I had a little head start.
Basically, Mike Teagues just took a lot of Rodney's amazing tricks and he made him do them on things that kids could relate to. He wasn't like a little oddity anymore. People appreciate it and go, man, this guy's an amazing skateboarder.
Mike Teague did a lot to change my life, and he had faith in me. I think probably that was the predominant thing said at his funeral. Everyone was probably saying, he had faith in me.
In 1994, Mike Ternasky was tragically killed in a car accident.
He was such a great person. He lifted you so high, and that's why Plan B was what it was. And it was clear once Mike was gone, it just was never the same.
Without Ternasky's direction and leadership, Plan B began slowly dissolving over the next 4 years. In 1997, Rodney started his own company called A-Team. He also came up with an idea involving friend and world teammate Daewon Song.
Rodney versus Daewon. The way it came about too is it was not planned whatsoever. Rodney had a part ready and he wanted to do something with it. And then I had a part and we were like, you know what? Instead of waiting, let's just make a video together.
I like to do it. What do we do? Well, it could be Rodney Daewon friends. But what about Rodney versus Daewon?
Between us, we weren't against each other, but at the same time, we were still competing in a sense. Like the weekend would pass and I'd be like, Rodney, what, you film?
And so we keep going because we still have this, hey, what'd you get this weekend? No, what'd you get this weekend?
All right, you know, how many tricks you got? 32? Okay, I got 30.
After that first video, kids really believe it. Kids were like, oh yeah, I think Rodney's better. Oh no, Daewon killed it, you know. That's when they started getting like, hey dude, these kids took it serious.
And so like, you wanna do it again? Sure, round 2. And then I was like, holy moly, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna look like an idiot. You did what over the weekend, Daewon? Oh my gosh, I'm dead, my career's over.
I can't mess with a lot of stuff Rodney does. I mean, that's the truth. But we do such different tricks that it bounces off each other, you know what I mean? Like, we fed off each other.
Instead of just like taking a break, like saying like, oh, I'm gonna relax a little bit, maybe I'll like take a little vacation or something, you know what I mean? There's none of that for him. It's like, video part's done, I got this new trick I want to try.
And I always say, I can't wait to the end because we're going to take a break, you know, but it never happens. At Daewon's premiere this last time, literally the moment that lights went down, they looked at each other and they were talking about, you know, Daewon Rodney 3. And I said, that's not fair.
Each one has motivated me more and more. And meanwhile, the more I skate, I get looser, you know, and I actually look like I'm all right. And then round 2, when I had that much street skating under my belt, and I can apply all the stuff that I have done, now the stuff is way more interesting and it's fun.
Today, Rodney's ability to manipulate his board is still largely unparalleled, and the tricks he does are often ahead of their time. One of the best examples of this is the dark slide.
Markinsoff made up the dark slide, jumping on the rail, you know, the caveman way, but Rodney was the first one to like, that I've seen, like ollie, half flip to a dark slide and pull it, and he's done like, who knows how many variations of it.
Everybody has their own way of understanding skateboarding, and Rodney breaks down tricks into little itty-bitty components and builds them up until he can pull it off.
He could explain it to you and break it down to like the weight distribution for your foot. Like, do you lean a little bit on the outside of your heel? Do you lean on the ball of your foot? The way the truck sits on a block just from like being around him and stuff, like I have a new understanding of the mechanics of skateboarding in a way, like down to like the way a truck sits on a block.
When I'm filming a hard trick that's challenging for me, then there are certain motions that you have to do, right? Manual tricks are hard and they're testy. Nose wheelie, nollie flip, nose wheelie over the gap, for instance. So you have these motions that you know in your head. I know what a flip feels like. But when you're actually, what makes the trick for you is finally you pack all that stuff for granted and you forget about it. And you're focusing only on, or I am at least, you're focusing on only one aspect of where my eye is and my back shoulder is at the time I see the edge of the table. And then everything else is taken for granted and runs autopilot. But as long as I can control that one and get a good nose wheelie from the start, I've got it. And that's how it works for me. Stack, 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 bracket and put like a tablecloth over it and focus on this last little bit, and that's what does it.
As Rodney's innovations on a skateboard progressed, so did the need to fine-tune the equipment he used.
This is something a lot of people, just don't even know or don't even want to admit, but basically Rodney invented today's modern board shape, period. And it all started with the Mike Vallely Animal Farm board. And it went from there, and Rodney basically took that board and started rounding the tail and then rounding the nose so you could ollie better. Before you knew it, you got a big, long freestyle board.
I rode the sample, and it worked out right on.
Rodney's product designs now are becoming as revolutionary as his skating.
That's just exactly what the slider is supposed to look like.
Light years ahead of everything else. And Rodney's just driven by his ability to see what's next. If he can see what's on the horizon for a trick or an idea, he'll just start going after it.
Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if Rodney's a pro for another 10 years. It wouldn't shock me. It almost shocked me if he wasn't.
He was supposed to retire in 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. He's not retiring anywhere. He's just going to keep filming video parts and keep pushing his limits.
And even when you think you've seen it all, like he definitely will step it up again and surprise you.
I still am most comfortable with skating. I just go out under a streetlight somewhere and I do this stuff and I get peace. I can think. And that skateboarding to me, you know, is creating something. That's cool, you know?
I mean, who knows what really drives someone to progress? It could be fear, or competition, or being basically tormented by ideas. That's just gotta force you to progress, you know, or you'll go crazy.
Every time he goes out and skates, he sees something else out there, he'll just start going after it. He just loves what he's doing.
Said dabble in freestyle. I mean, I learned finger flip airs because, oh sorry, that was inevitable. Where'd that go? Oh, I don't need it. I'll throw it. You might still hear it though.
It's the only way it's gonna end the segment.
Dude, I just made like $300, man.
He's very, very big now, very important. Every now and then he'll come here with an entourage of about 16 or 17 people. They'll all tell him how great he is. I wait in line, say hi, skate with him a little bit. But yeah, it's cool. He's still, every now and then will look at me and I appreciate that. So yeah, it's great.
Blatant product endorsement, can't go wrong. That's a cool $10. Hey, how's it going? My name is Louis Barletta.
He invented everything that no one else is really trying to do, which is probably super important. I don't think no one has that much time or patience. El Negro does it.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad little thing we did there.
Do you have a story?
No, it's cool. Actually, let me get it real quick. Sorry. Man, I'm sorry. Hello? I just almost broke somebody's camera. Yeah, let me call you back, okay? Sorry.